Hi, my name is Troy Anderson. I'm the owner of Anderson Training Systems, a fitness coaching business located in Tempe, Arizona. I'm here in my home gym this evening. I'm going to finish off my workout for the day, and I want to share with you tonight one of my favorite exercises to do with the kettlebell. It's probably the most well-known exercise with the kettlebell, and that's the kettlebell snatch. And I'm also going to share with you primarily, in the really learning point out of this is going to be a little tactic that I kind of use to help me reach one of my goals as of late. The kettlebell snatch is simply, and we'll talk about the snatch in depth a little bit further, the snatch is just basically taking the kettlebell from between our legs to above our head in one single motion. I'll talk about the teaching points as we go through this because I want to talk about the real learning point that I've got here. One of my current goals is to go ahead and snatch a kettlebell 25 times every day. And sometimes I don't have a lot of time when I'm working with clients just like you, or if you have a busy day. And I need to get into this goal and perform this movement without warming up too much. And along those lines, we all know we need to warm up a little bit. We need to prepare our body for the work that's about to come. So I've set up, I obviously have a few more kettlebells than most out there, but if you have a little bit of a complement, at least a couple kettlebells, you can do this pretty easily. Right here I have it in front of me. 5 different size kettlebells. I've got a 12 kilo, a 16 kilo, a 24 kilo, a 28 kilo, and a 32 kilo kettlebell. Or we're looking at 25 pounds, 35 pounds, 53 pounds, 62 pounds, and 72 pounds. And what I'm going to do, obviously there's 5. My goal is to do 25 snatches each arm every day. And so I was going to share with you. So I'm going to share with you how to do this great lift and also accomplish my goal at the same time. And what I'm going to do is just move sequentially up the ladder as fast as I can. If you're not quite able to move up the ladder by 5 by 5 by 5, you could really easily do this in a developmental stage of starting with 5 repetitions, maybe with your lighter bell, then maybe go 4, maybe go 3, maybe go 2, maybe go 1. Very common ladder type performances are very common with kettlebell lifting in a very kind of foundational set of protocols to use. So let's go ahead and get into the movement itself. Again, like I said, the snatch itself is just a movement where we're taking the bell from between our legs up over our head. I'm going to show you from profile because it's going to be easiest for you to see everything that's going on. We're just basically driving from the hips straight back, snap forward, drive the heels in, lock the legs straight, pull the bell. The bell's going to be guided, not pulled with the upper body, but guided up through the upper body, and then we're going to punch out at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this with the lighter bell. I'll give you a few more teaching points with the lighter bells, and as I get to the heavy ones, you're just going to kind of have to sit back and watch. Hopefully the technical ability doesn't change too much since this is towards the end of my workout, but here we go. The closer you can keep the kettlebell to your body, the better off. The better off you are with it. Again, you want to really concentrate on pull as high as you can and punch. You don't want that kettlebell to whack down on your wrist, and that's critical. So it's loose. You keep a nice, pretty fluid, loose grip all the way up to the top. And as you get to the very end, punch and then tighten up the grip. So as we go again, we're here with the other side. You can obviously really increase the conditioning component by moving up this, but since I'm trying to teach you, I'm not going to move quite as fast. As you can see, this is a hip, what we call a hip dominant. We're pushing back into the seat of our pants, kind of like we're going to blow out the seat of our pants if we were to push any further. We're reaching back. As we rise up, the bell's going to be guided into us. As it gets to its very highest point, we're going to punch through, snap the legs straight, squeeze the glutes. It's very critical to snap that through. On the way back down, obviously we're guiding it back down, but we want to start to make a crease at the hips. We're not leaning over, but we're going to push the hips back and create a crease at the hips. So let's take a look at the next bell up. This is our 35-pound bell. So here, got my glutes tucked underneath me because I'm going to reach them back. So I'm starting in the opposite end of the range of motion that I may end up into. So here we go. One of the things that's critical for me, I'm pretty what's called quad dominant, so it means I want to bend my knees a lot, typically during my lifting movements. I've got a little low back irritation that bothers me from time to time. Critical thing for me during these lifts, and anybody that might have similar situations, which is a lot of us, is to really concentrate on reaching back on the heels, stay nice and even. When you come forward with those hips, and as you start to guide upward, squeeze really tightly with the glutes. Squeezing the glutes and locking the legs straight, locking the heels into the ground. That's a real key component to doing this exercise well and safely. So let's move up to the next bell. This is our 24 kilo or 53 pound bell. Let's take a look at this. It's obviously starting to get a little more challenging. I may have got a little bit out of count on that last one and done an extra rep or so.